If you had $10,000 to invest, would you know where to put it? Should you focus on tech, diversify, or play it safe with large caps? Fidelity index funds answer that question, and then some. The truth is, many investors get stuck because they don't know where to start or how to maximize their returns. In this video, I'll show you and John how Fidelity's index funds make investing easy. These funds let you invest in some of the strongest parts of the economy, like big tech companies and growing mid-sized businesses. I'll also show you how much money you could make over time if you invest $10,000 just once. And in the end, I'll show you one of my favorite Fidelity index funds that could turn $10,000 into over $2 million. So why do I like Fidelity index funds? Well, it's simple. Fidelity's index funds are low cost, spread your money across many investments, and do well even when the market is rough. They're a smart way to invest in different parts of the economy, giving you both stability and growth. Out of all their funds, there are 5 that truly stand out. These were picked because they can grow your money, pay good dividends, do well in their sectors, and stay strong over time. I'll show you these 5 funds in reverse order. Each one adds more value to your investments, and the number one fund can grow your $10,000 into over $2 million. We start with the Fidelity 500 Index Fund with the ticker FXAIX. If you want to invest in the biggest and most important companies in the U.S. without choosing individual stocks, FXAIX is a great option. This fund tracks the performance of the S&P 500, an index representing 500 of the largest U.S. companies. This fund focuses a lot on technology, with over 32.6% of its money in companies like Apple, Microsoft, and NVIDIA, leaders in innovation. It also invests in other important areas like financials at 13.4%, healthcare at 10.6%, and consumer goods at 10.9%. This mix of investments helps balance fast growth with steady, reliable options. Another reason FXAIX stands out is its incredibly low expense ratio of, get this, just 0.015%. So for every $10,000 you invest, you'll pay just $1.50 per year in fees, an almost negligible cost compared to the potential returns. It's one of the cheapest index funds available, making it a smart choice for cost-conscious investors. Let's see what a $10,000 investment in FXAIX could mean for you and John. It has a dividend yield of 1.23%, a dividend growth rate of 8.11%, and an average annual return of 11.28%. Based on these metrics, after just 1 year, your investment could grow to around $11,251. In 10 years, it'll reach $32,039. By the 20-year mark, it'll be valued at $99,990. And after 30 years, it has the potential to reach an impressive $306,176, a nearly 30 times return on your initial investment. The total value added to your portfolio will be $296,176, with $280,576 coming from capital appreciation and $15,599 from reinvested dividends. At number 4, we have the Fidelity Midcap Index Fund with ticker FSMDX. If you're looking for the next Amazon or Apple, then you should look at the heart of the market. I mean, those companies that are not small startups, but also not yet the industry giants. For that, this index fund FSMDX is where your focus should land. This fund captures the sweet spot of growth and stability, investing in mid-sized companies across a wide range of industries. And all that with an expense ratio of just 0.03%. Let's start with the portfolio composition, which is both diverse and strategically focused. Technology, industrials, and financials dominate the fund's holdings, making up 17.33%, 16.25%, and 14.96%. This mix means you're investing in companies that are innovating, building, and financing the future. Other notable sectors include consumer cyclical, which is at 11.54%, and healthcare, which is at 9.37%, showcasing the fund's commitment to capturing opportunities across various economic drivers. Some of FSDMX's top holdings include Palantir Technologies, AppLovin Corporation, and Williams Companies. Palantir is revolutionizing data analytics. AppLovin is creating waves in the tech-driven entertainment sector, and Williams Companies is a leader in energy infrastructure. Together, these businesses highlight the growth engine that mid-cap stocks provide, balancing innovation with resilience. From a returns perspective, over the years, FSMDX has shown resilience. Its performance has shown an average annual return of 7.25% in share price growth, and it becomes even more compelling when viewed over longer periods. If you and John invest $10,000 into this fund today, which has a dividend yield of 2.24% and a dividend growth rate of 12.71%, your investment after the first year would become $10,949. It would then grow to approximately $26,240 after 10 years. After a couple of decades, it would be valued at $82,566. Fast forward 30 years and that initial $10,000 will be valued at a solid $351,232. Breaking it down even further, reinvested dividends contribute $175,815, while $165,417 comes from capital appreciation. So, the total value addition will be $341,232. These returns are good, but there are even better options to come. In the end, I'll show you one of the best Fidelity Index funds that has the potential to turn $10,000 into over $2 million. Okay, back to the list. At number 3, we have the Fidelity MSCI Consumer Discretionary Index with the ticker FDIS. This index fund is your ticket to riding the wave of economic growth and tapping into the spending power of consumers. FDIS opens the door to a dynamic sector filled with companies that thrive on consumer spending, luxury goods, and lifestyle trends. Let's break it down. FDIS follows the MSCI USA IMI Consumer Discretionary Index. This means it focuses on businesses that do well when people have extra money to spend. Think about things like entertainment, eating out, tech gadgets, or travel. Those are the industries that make this fund grow. On top of that, FDIS offers incredible value for its cost. With an expense ratio of just 0.08%, it's one of the most cost-effective ways to gain exposure to this fast-growing sector. For every $10,000 invested, you're paying only $8 annually in fees, a small price to pay for the opportunity to be part of this dynamic market. FDIS is a fund that focuses on companies that grow when people spend more on non-essential things like shopping, travel, and fun activities. It does well when the economy is strong. The fund is mostly made up of big, well-known companies. Amazon is the largest part at 22.88%. Tesla is the next at 16.64%, and Home Depot clocks in at 6.01%. These three companies make up almost 40% of the fund, giving you a stake in everything from online shopping and electric vehicles to the home improvement market. It also invests in other areas like stores, travel, and entertainment, making it a good choice for growth. Now let's talk numbers. What can FDIS do for your $10,000 investment? Well, with an average annual return of 13.23%, a dividend yield of 0.69%, and a dividend growth rate of 8.65%, the potential is impressive. After 1 year, your investment will grow to $11,392. By the 10-year mark, it'll reach $36,407. After 20 years, your portfolio could expand to $130,111. And if you stick with it for 30 years, your $10,000 has the potential to reach $459,607, a solid 46 times return. Out of the total, $8,510 would come from reinvested dividends and $441,098 from the growth in value, or capital appreciation. Together, they add up to an impressive $449,607. Taking the second spot on our list, we have the Fidelity NASDAQ Composite Index with the ticker ONEQ, or 1Q. When you think of the NASDAQ Composite Index, one thing comes to mind: innovation and growth. That's where 1Q comes in. This ETF is the essence of tech-driven progress. With a strong focus on technology and communication sectors, 1Q gives you access to companies shaping the future, like Apple, NVIDIA, and Amazon. So what makes 1Q such a standout? Well, for starters, it's one of the most cost-effective ways to invest when it comes to high-growth sectors. Over 50% of the fund is allocated to technology, with the rest spread across consumer cyclicals and communications. This means you're also keeping your portfolio diversified across other growth-friendly industries. Let's break down the numbers. With 1Q's historical average annual return of 15.48%, a dividend yield of 0.65%, and a dividend growth rate of 8.46%, your $10,000 investment could grow significantly over time. After 1 year, you'd be looking at $11,613. In 10 years, that number would climb to $43,958. By the 20-year mark, you're looking at an impressive $189,142. And after 30 years, your portfolio could explode to $805,477. Of that total, $6,953 would come from reinvested dividends and $788,524 from capital appreciation, adding up to a total value of $759,477, all from your $10,000 initial investment. And finally, topping our list at number 1, we have the Fidelity MSCI Information Technology Index with the ticker FTEC, FTech. If 1Q is about tech's leading role in the economy, then FTech takes it one step further. It's all tech, all the time. This ETF is laser-focused on the information technology sector, making it a pure play for anyone who's bullish on tech giants like Apple, Microsoft, and NVIDIA. Here's the breakdown of holdings. 99.28% of FTech's holdings are in technology, with just a sliver in other areas. The fund's top holdings read like a tech lover's dream. Apple leads the way at 16.67%, followed by NVIDIA and Microsoft. FTech is a great choice because it has a super low expense ratio of just 0.8%, one of the lowest around. If you love the tech sector and you're okay with its ups and downs for the chance of big long-term growth, then this fund could actually be perfect for you. It's especially good for younger investors who have a long time to let their money grow and want to invest in the fast-growing tech industry. It all depends on how much risk you're comfortable with and how much you believe in the power of technology. Either way, it's a chance to be part of the future. So now let's dive into the numbers. It has a current dividend yield of 0.49% and a dividend growth rate of 10.06%. But where it really shines is the average annual return of 19.76%, proving that FTech has become one of the strongest growth tools in Fidelity's arsenal. Based on these metrics, a $10,000 investment would grow to approximately $12,025 after just 1 year. In 10 years, that investment would expand to $62,347. After 20 years, it'll be valued at $382,080, and by the 30-year mark, you're looking at a massive $2,326,991. Out of that total, $2,311,093 would come from the growth of your investment, and $5,898 would come from reinvested dividends. This adds up to the total of $2,316,991, all starting with just that $10,000 investment. Want more in dividends? Click the video on the screen to find out how to earn over $20,000 in monthly dividend income, all with the same investment amount.